Welcome to the podcast, folks. Today we're diving into a heated debate around India's captaincy, Shreyas Iyer versus Shubman Gill. Let's get right into it.
Absolutely, what a topic. So, the argument from one side is that Iyer is the better captain because of his stellar track record in IPL finals, right?
Yep, exactly. Iyer has led teams to IPL finals twice. First with the Delhi Capitals back in 2020, and then with Punjab Kings in 2025. Those aren't just lucky breaks, it's solid leadership under pressure.
Mm. On the flip side, there's an argument that we can't ignore Gill's international credentials. I mean, he's already captained India in T20Is, securing that 4-1 win against Zimbabwe.
Right. You see, while Iyer has a proven domestic record, critics of Gill's captaincy point out that the Gujarat Titans, under his leadership, finished a disappointing eighth in IPL 2024. That's a major red flag for leadership when your team can't even crack the playoffs.
Yep, true. But IPL success isn't everything, is it? I mean, Gill's only 25, and his youth means he's still growing. He's been trusted with international matches and um, even got high praise for his batting performances. 5 centuries, including a couple against England.
I get that, but Test cricket isn't the sole metric here. In ODIs, Iyer has been rock solid, averaging 50 in the Vijay Hazare Trophy and outshining even legends in the Champions Trophy. And let's not forget, he's also led Mumbai to a domestic trophy win. That kind of experience counts for a lot.
Yeah, experience is a big factor. Still, you can't ignore potential. Gill's already been groomed as a future leader, and even the BCCI's backing of him as a test captain says a lot. There's something to be said for investing in youth who can lead India for a decade, don't you think?
Well, potential has its perks, but it matters not much if the captain can deliver now. Iyer at 30 has been in his prime, bucking the system with three different IPL teams reaching the finals. Those numbers speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Fair point. But then consider this. Gill's batting under pressure is phenomenal. He's clocked a test century in Australia and a career best 128 against them in Ahmedabad. And in the IPL, his strike rate is, oh so impressive at over 150, compared to Iyer's roughly 136. That raw performance can galvanize a team.
Sure, but leadership isn't just about personal stats. When you talk about captaincy, it's how you inspire and bring results. Iyer's record of taking teams to the finals, 47 wins to 32 losses in IPL as captain, for example, really shows his ability to drive a team forward.
Right. I get where you're coming from, but then again, Gill's international leadership, even if his domestic stint hasn't been as bright, reflects his composure under pressure. It's like, um, his calm demeanor is reminiscent of Dhoni's style, staying cool and, collected.
Hmm, I see that. But some critics label Gill as a paper captain, suggesting that his leadership is somewhat, superficial when backed by support like that of Ashish Nehra. Meanwhile, Iyer's command on the field is evident. Remember that cold stare during the runout incident in IPL 2025? That's accountability in action.
I won't deny that intensity is valuable, but sometimes a calm head is exactly what you need in crunch situations. Plus, Gill's been recognized by legends like Sunil Gavaskar for being more involved on the field. That endorsement holds weight.
True, endorsements are great, but numbers speak volumes. Iyer's domestic success, like leading Mumbai in 13 Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy matches and 21 Vijay Hazare games, shows he's battle tested. Meanwhile, Gill's captaincy record outside the IPL is, pretty limited.
Yeah, but we've got to consider that Gill is just at the beginning of his journey. His international performances, for instance, his T20I stint, where he steered a young team to victory, are already impressive. And don't even get me started on his nickname Prince. That's a nod to his potential to be the next big leader after Kohli and Tendulkar.
Potential is promising, but I still lean toward proven results. I mean, think about it. In ODIs, Iyer was a standout during the Champions Trophy, outshining even those big names like Kohli and Rohit. Leadership is about taking responsibility in high pressure situations, and Iyer has done that time after time.
Right, sure. But let's also note that Gill's performance as a captain in IPL 2025 showed his competitive edge, 759 runs at an average of 54.21. In contrast, while Iyer had a higher strike rate of like 175.05, Gill's consistency as a batsman seems to be improving steadily.
Hmm. But can you really overlook the impact of that explosive strike rate? In T20s, having a captain who can turn the game around with rapid scoring is invaluable. And Ayer's tactical nows, working with various coaches, adapting to different teams, that kind of versatility is rare and crucial for a captain.
That's a good point. Yet I think it's also crucial to invest in a captain who can not only adapt, but also bring new energy and vision to the team. I mean, Gill's fresh approach is, exactly what might elevate India to new heights in international cricket.
You could argue that, but think about the timing. India needs a captain who's immediately battle tested, especially with a test series against England starting today. Iyer's been under intense pressure in the IPL final stages and domestic finals. That experience is like absolutely priceless in high stakes
hmm
matches.
I see your point on timing, but let's not forget that leadership is also about grooming the future. Gill's already been given the test captaincy by the BCCI, which is a huge vote of confidence. And why not have someone lead for the long haul rather than someone whose prime might be fading?
Well, age is just a number, really. Iyer, at 30, is in his prime. And adaptability isn't about youth alone, it's about having that mix of resilience and experience. I mean, his comeback stories, like returning after being dropped without a central contract, prove he's got the mental toughness that defines a great captain.
Exactly. And while Gill has shown flashes of brilliance, he's been criticized for, sometimes letting his laid back style overshadow decisive leadership. But his international records, like that remarkable century in Australia, suggest he can perform when it matters most.
Look, I get that every captain can have an off season. Remember, even giants like Kohli had their slump periods. But when you stack up consistency and results, Ayer's leadership seems to come through every time. He's taken teams to finals repeatedly. That's not something you see every
Right.
day.
True, though Gill's consistency across formats, ODI, T20, Test, is impressive. While Ayers struggled a bit in Test cricket, Gill's been showing a balanced technique that works in every format. For instance, his batting average in multiple formats suggests he can lead by example both with the bat and on the field.
That is noteworthy, but we also need to consider pressure situations. Ayer's ability to deliver explosive performances in critical IPL fixtures with that high strike rate is exactly the kind of spark that can transform a match. It's like his innings are,
Yeah,
written to disarm pressure.
I can't deny that. But sometimes a calm, measured approach, like Gill's, is what the team needs to stay focused during turbulent phases. Plus, when legends like Gavaskar highlight his involvement on the field, it lends credibility to his leadership style.
Sure, but when you're facing, say, a test series against a top team like England, you don't want an inexperienced hand guiding the ship. Iyer's domestic and IPL record brings that battle-hardened experience to the table. 47 wins, plus those trophies from IPL 2024, and the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy show he delivers results.
And yet, Gill's vision for the future can't be overlooked. The idea is that he brings fresh energy and innovative tactics that could revamp the team's dynamics. It's a classic case of proven results versus potential for evolution.
Well, isn't that the eternal debate in sports leadership? Do you go with the safe bet that's delivered time and time again? Or do you invest in the future with someone who has the backing of legends and an international win under his belt?
hmm Exactly. And let's add that Gill's record in IPL as captain, though not as extensive as Ayer's, still shows promise, like the 13 wins to 10 losses. And aside from statistics, his demeanor on the field exudes calm under pressure, just like you'd want in a leader facing unpredictable match situations.
Of course, but numbers don't lie. Ayer's statistics, averaging 35-80 in IPL, and having that track record of turning domestic teams into champions indicate that his leadership creates a winning culture. And results in big tournaments matter because they directly translate to confidence on the international
Right.
stage.
I see your point. But isn't it also true that leadership is about inspiring the team to new heights? Gill's fresh approach and um, his impressive personal batting feats, like that career best 128 against Australia, suggest he can bring in innovation that the team desperately needs.
Hmm, I agree innovation is key, but then again, consistency and tactical news, as demonstrated by Iyer across various domestic chapters, have proven to be indispensable in high pressure games. His adaptability, leading three different teams to finals, it's almost a blueprint for success.
Yeah, that's a solid point. Yet I think Gill's trajectory tells us he's the captain for the future, a fresh leader for the next decade. I mean, his international exposure and the support from cricketing legends show he's got not just the talent, but also the vision to evolve the team.
But if we're talking about now, the test series against England is starting today. It's imperative to have a captain who has already been battle tested in high pressure environments. Iyer's record in both domestic and IPL scenarios gives him that immediate
Mhm.
edge.
I see where you're coming from, but sometimes a visionary leader is what the moment calls for. Gill, with his calm leadership and consistent performances, might just be the catalyst for India's next big breakthrough, both domestically and internationally.
Looks like we're at a crossroads of proven grit versus promising potential. While Iyer's current deliverables and crisp leadership in high stakes matches are hard to ignore, Gill's trajectory and fresh energy can't be dismissed either.
Right, exactly. Listeners, the debate is wide open. Are you leaning towards the battle tested approach of Iyer or the fresh, innovative leadership of Gill? Drop your thoughts and let's keep this conversation going.